NBA sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, it's the final game of Wildcard Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, first and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
45, 45. Mike, 45. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 45 to Mike.
Mahomes now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead. And now, before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken from about the 12. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Zach Davidson, 33 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Nelson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the 2nd round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Mahomes now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
What we got? 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Nice, sweetheart.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker for the Chiefs field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And now the rookie's free. 30, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 76 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in, and that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Nelson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Michael Gallup there to make the grab. And the Patriots are back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is down to 2. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10, and he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Jordan Brooks coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for KC. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he tracked.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watch.
And shutting him off, now open field. He's still barreling through. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is down to 2. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he returns this to the 22. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 29, Mahomes quickly to Kelsey.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
You better be fighting me. Under 10, under 10. Tell him.
Mahomes to throw once more. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really?
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, as the first half is winding down, and the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes this a 9-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And some space here. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Now Nelson on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Flush to his right. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is taken just shy of the 10, and a decent return out to the 27-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there for the Patriots.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the 3rd quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 85 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. Back to throw. Nelson. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. From the gun, Nelson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A big play there for the Patriots. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Patriots are back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken just shy of the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, Nelson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Set to throw is Nelson from the gun on 3rd down. Open man, the tight end Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look at each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end Kelsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you, because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Hunter Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Patriots have taken the lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Chiefs 36.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
97 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They hand this off to Harris. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden is a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn.
Touchdown! Hunter Henry saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It got his man complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this a very important drive leading to the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Here's Nelson. Looking to, and he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And now if the Chiefs hit the PAT, they will take the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming. And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. Nelson on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Back to throw, Mahomes. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he goes out right around the 39. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to be brought down. And now making matters more dire, this is going to be 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Chiefs are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season.